If the rapture occurs at the end of the Great Tribulation and believers are all transformed at that time, who physically goes into the 1,000-year kingdom? And who are the people that are gathered and divided in Matthew 25, where we see the separation of the sheep and the goats? Today, I will do my best to provide some insight into the logistics of the end time events, the who and when of things yet to come. When it comes to a dividing of people after Jesus comes back, the two passages most often referenced are Matthew chapter 25, verses 31 through 46, dividing the sheep and the goats, and Ezekiel chapter 20, verses 34 through 44, the face-to-face judgment in the wilderness where the Lord purges the rebels. Other similar passages can be found in Matthew 13, parable of the wheat and the tares being separated at the end of the age. Also in 13, we find parable of the dragnet full of every kind of fish at the end of the age. Ezekiel 34, 17 through 31, the Lord judging and saving his flock, dividing of the sheep. Isaiah 27, 12 and 13, the Lord will start his threshing and gather one by one. And Revelation 14, 14 through 20, two reapings, harvest of the earth, and winepress, wrath of God. First, let's look at the most familiar passage on the subject of a gathering at the end of the Great Tribulation. Found in Matthew chapter 24, verses 29 through 31, we read, "Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, the moon will not give its light, the stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Then the sign of the Son of Man will appear in heaven. Then all the tribes of the earth will mourn, and they will see the Son of Man coming on the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. And he will send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they will gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to the other." Some believe the elect are only Jews, but it doesn't say that here. We see the term elect used to describe the believers who are part of the church in other passages, such as Colossians chapter 3, verse 12. "Therefore, as the elect of God, holy and beloved." The first point I want to mention is it says the return of Christ is visible to everyone, and many will be mourning when they see him. It is possible that some of those witnessing the glorious return of Christ will come to a saving faith at that time. While the majority of the world will be in rebellion to the truth, to the bitter end, we see references in scriptures of a remnant that will be saved.